What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. John here, bringing you my first shave of the new year of 2023. So I haven't had a shave since, I believe, New Year's Eve, and this is about 5 days worth of beard growth. So looking to take this down, and we'll be using some very special software. Also, this shave is dedicated to a member of our wet shaving community, Raza, who unfortunately and tragically lost his wife recently to a rare form of cancer. So to stand alongside a brother in a difficult time, a lot of people are using software that has either had labels designed by Raza, because he's designed a bunch of them for Zingari Man and other artisans. I'm going with one of his favorite soaps, and this is from Barrister and Mann Vespers. This was also used for my Christmas shave and an Instagram live I'd done, I think around Christmas Eve or so. So this one, I think Raza has easily 24 sets of this, somewhere up along there. So I know it's a favorite of his. It's one of my favorite, Christmas time, December time, winter scents as well. So I had to go with this one. So again, this shave is to stand alongside a brother in his time of need, in a difficult time. Also, if you want to help financially, I know Zingari Man is running a promotion right now where a part of the sales are going to help Raza. So check that out if you're so inclined. So Raza, this one's for you. Thank you for your involvement in the wet shaving community, your awesome designs. You're a member on the RazoRock Discord, and it's always a pleasure to interact with you. So alongside the Vespers soap, this one is the glissant version. This is, I think, the initial release. We also have the matching splash. And as for the razor, this one was one of my top 10 for 2022. It's something I go to when I have multiple days worth of growth, something with a little more aggression. That's the RazoRock Game Changer 0.84. And this is loaded up with a Gillette Ruby blade. And last but not least, for the shaving brush is one from Wild West Brushworks. This is Arctic Drift, I believe that's the name. Anyway, it's a white and semi-translucent handle here with a silver smoke or silver fox synthetic knot. It's basically like a gray and white tuxedo knot. Really like it. And you can see I've already loaded up some soap here. So let's keep going without further delay into the face lather. All right, so Vespers, for those not familiar with it, the notes are cranberry, balsam, mousse de sax, and fern, listed conveniently right here on the lid. This is one of the few scents from Barrister and Mann that utilize that mousse de sax accord that I enjoy. Other ones, like Baudelaire, La Vanille, while they are truly unique and interesting scents, they're not ones I particularly enjoy. The musk, so yeah, it gets a little musky, a little funky. Those are polarizing scents, and the fans of them have very strong feelings about them. So I do hope that the new year is finding you well. A quick recap, just after Christmas and through the new year, we got to spend with my family in New York. It's a nice, relaxing time. My kids had an absolute blast hanging out with my parents, my sister, and other cousins and whatnot. And I didn't do much as far as content. It was a nice break for me too. So even though I wasn't making any content, I was still shaving, and I had a new razor. That's one that you will be seeing a razor spotlight or something of the sorts coming up within a week or two, and that's the new Blackland Blackbird Light in stainless steel. So I'll share my opinions on that. I also had left behind another top 10 razor for me, and that was the Gillette English Flat Bottom Tech. Such a great razor, and probably my favorite vintage razor that I own. I also brought along 2 tubs of soap. One was Gentleman's Nod Cosacea Catalana, hopefully I said that right, and the other one was Barrister and Mann Reserve Blue? Is that what it's called? It's the one that is based on Floyd Blue. and just a really enjoyable all-season, clean, barbershop type scent. Alright, so through the magic of editing, I've properly hydrated this lather. It took a lot of water, more than I remember, since I haven't used Glissant in a while. Even my initial shave for Christmas Eve or so, that was a bit underhydrated, so I made sure to add plenty of water, and this is the result. Very low volume. So right here, dense, you know. So let's go in with that Game Changer 0.84 and see what we can do about getting cleaned up. All right, so I'm liking this. The RazoRock really never fails to disappoint. For those of you who might be, you know, like a year into wet shaving, you picked up something mild, maybe a clone of a Gillette Tech, or a Edwin Jagger DE89 or Mercur 34, something along those lines, and you're looking for something with just a little bit more aggression, something with more efficiency, I think the Game Changer 0.84 is a nice step up if you're not looking for a big change. If you're looking for a more drastic, more drastically different results, you might want to go somewhere in the direction of like open comb razors, or there are certainly things like the Mula R41 who are known for just being straight up aggressive, well, quote unquote aggressive. But if you're more about making incremental steps, which I usually am, I really recommend that this Game Changer 0.84, as I don't usually need much more than this, even with many days of growth. One razor that didn't make my top list, but I kind of use in the same way as this Game Changer, is a razor that's a bit of a surprise, and I'll have to feature it on the channel, but it's the Yaki Melon, and that is essentially a double open comb. And that was kind of cool, kind of unique in my collection, as it's all black, very sleek looking, but also, I don't use a lot of open combs, but that one always gets the job done as well. And since we're on the topic of razors, I've been thinking about what are some of the razors I want to check out, whether purchasing or borrowing this coming year, and I do have a running list going, so I thought it'd be good to share some of those with you. Greg Tardif spoke really highly, and I've heard other people say really good things about the Edwin Jagger 316. And I actually never owned a razor from Edwin Jagger. So those I feel like over the past few years sometimes come up on really good price on Amazon in particular, but maybe secondhand I can find a good deal as well. So that's one on my list. Also, 2 base plates from Jacquant. I've been having a really good time with both the Ellsworth Jacquant as well as the Ellsworth Coppercant. But I also want to try the Plus plate and the open comb plate from them, because I've really enjoyed the 2 offerings I've tried thus far. And one last kind of more generic thing on my list is to try a razor from Rocknell, as I haven't tried anything from them at all before. So I feel like that's kind of a blind spot in my razor experience. But the first pass is done here. Let me rinse off and we can continue chatting it up. All right, so those are a few razors just off the top of my head. Like I said, I have a running list, and happy to share more of more of the items on that list. There aren't too many more, if there are any more, and it's a running list. So I'll be adding more as things pique my interest, new razors come out and whatnot. One other razor related goal is, I tried to schedule it for this week, but didn't quite work out, but it is a much requested straight razor shave, which it's been over a year since my last straight razor shave. So I want to get that in there. That's going to be on Instagram. So I'll be sure to make a plug because it's something one regular viewer of the channel, Art Shaves, as well as friend of the channel, the Sask Shaver, Lyle from Canadian Mafia Show, are both, I'm trying to get them both on to the show as well. Art's been a constant reminder to do the straight razor shave. And both Lyle and Art are straight razor users themselves. And it's kind of good to have someone to be able to chat with as while I'm doing the shave. I'll be more concentrated on the shave because it's, you know, gotta shake off some rust as it's been a while and don't really want to slice myself up. Although I'm sure many of you will tune in just for that reason. And the only reason to do it on Instagram is it's much easier to incorporate other folks onto the live itself. Otherwise, I know we certainly have underutilized the YouTube live function. So that's another thing for 2023 in general to do more of live interactions and hopefully scheduled live interactions so that people aren't, you know, it's not just a surprise sprung onto you. All right, and I just felt like I nicked myself right here, which is something that can happen with this game changer. I think it's right here. It's not really showing up. It's not really bleeding quite yet. For those curious, here it is. Nice little nick for 2023. Oh well. Alright guys, apologies if that second pass seemed a little abrupt after editing it down and whatnot, but it did, I guess it skipped or something, or maybe my angle was too shallow, but I definitely got, you know, a little nick, which it happens to the best of us, and you know, these are sharp blades that we're working with, so just because you're a YouTuber or you've shaved for, I don't know, 20 plus years, you can still cut yourself. It's totally normal. So not trying to hide anything, it happens and it'll be okay. Wounds will heal in time. So let's finish things up with this flash here. So, I mean, all that's to say, since my train of thought got a little, you know, derailed, a lot of things to look forward to in the new year. A lot of things I want to try with the channel. And now is a good time to say thank you. First, thank you to the viewers. Thank you guys. This could be your first video, and if you made it this far, you are amongst the thanked. But I really appreciate you all for supporting this channel. We're not a big channel, but I do read all the comments. When you guys message me for recommendations or questions, I do appreciate it. Or we've been doing this for 3 years and wouldn't be here without the support of the community. So thank you. I also want to thank the artisans and vendors who who interact with me, who have given me sneak peeks and different products to try on this channel to share with the audience. Thank you guys so much for your support and your belief in what I'm doing here. And last but not least, I have to thank the Patreons. There is a Patreon for this page and the Lather Talk podcast, and I can't go without mentioning that continued support there to help keep the lights on, I say. And it's true, I'm able to play with different software, upgrade the camera setup and the equipment, and even some of it goes into hardware and software, being able to purchase that, because I'm not rolling in the dough or anything, guys. This is a side project. This is a hobby project. So even with support on the Patreon and the artisans, this is still a very much personal hobby project. So that there are people in there that want to come with me, alongside me on this journey. It means so much, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. Well, that's the shave, and that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We have so much planned and looking forward to experiment with in the new year, and I hope that you guys stick around for that as well. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.